Hello everyone, my name is Chris McIntosh. I help teach the capstone courses. Today we're talking about defining the methods and deliverables that you plan to use to meet the project objectives. We're working on the project proposal portion of your capstone. Last time we talked about selecting a framework, model, or theory to guide your project. Today we'll talk about the methods and deliverables for your project objectives. You should be addressing any feedback on your assignments and pasting updated content in the appropriate sections. I'm going to talk about methods and deliverables in terms of some concrete examples for different types of objectives. Here's a table listing 4 objectives: assess, develop, implement, evaluate. These may or may not match your objectives. This is just an example. If you look in the methods column in the middle, there are examples of action words. What are you going to do to reach your project objectives? If you look at the product outcome column on the right, there are examples of things you may produce. What kinds of things are you going to produce as part of your objectives? Bloom's taxonomy is used in education context, but it is a nice source of some action words to get you thinking about what you might be doing for your methods. You can also look at other student project papers and look at some of the methods described in those. Here is an assess objective example. The objective is assess provider knowledge and interest in opioid prescribing changes and identified opioid prescribing rates. The methods are use an open-ended survey to assess providers' knowledge, interest, and attitudes about opioid education, and use EHR reporting tool to get provider prescribing practices and rates. The outcome is summary of common themes from the survey, descriptive statistics of opioid prescribing rates. Here is a develop type of objective example. The objective is develop an opioid clinical practice guideline that is specific to the needs of the clinic. The method is create the clinical practice guideline based on survey results and chart review, create educational material about the CPG. The product or outcome is clinical practice guideline, PowerPoint presentation, printed reference material, electronic copy of reference material. So that one has several products. Here is an example of an implement objective. The objective is implement the opioid clinical practice guideline. The method is deliver the training during the monthly clinic meeting, including PowerPoint, handouts, and group discussion. The product or outcome is completed training session, participant presentation evaluations. Here is an example of an evaluate type of objective. The objective is evaluate the feasibility, usability, and satisfaction of the effectiveness of decreasing the frequency and dose of opioid prescribing. The methods are survey providers using a structured questionnaire regarding the feasibility, usability, and satisfaction with the CPG. Ask about barriers and facilitators to continued use of the CPG. Collect post-intervention EHR data regarding prescribing rates. The product or outcome will be descriptive statistics from survey data, analysis of prescribing rate change statistics. A lot of quality improvement projects include evaluation objectives. Many of them focus on evaluating feasibility, usability, and satisfaction. The following slides have some questions to think about regarding these considerations. Some questions about feasibility. Did the project provide sufficient value? Is the project viable? Is the project likely to succeed? Are there resources to support the continuation of the project? Do the benefits outweigh the costs or risks? Is there intent to continue to use the project in the future? Here are some questions about usability. How usable is the project? Can users achieve the desired goals? How quickly can users achieve the goals? How easy is it for users? How easy is it for users to remember? Here are some additional considerations about usability. What were the facilitators and barriers of the project? What is the success rate for users? How much time did it take to complete the intervention? What is the error rate? How many mistakes do users make? Here are some questions about satisfaction. Were the users satisfied? Would the users recommend the intervention to others? What did users dislike? This is a good time to review your objectives. Are they measurable, achievable, and realistic? You should also look to see if there's any literature published that might support your methods. What methods have been used with this kind of problem? Is there any literature that supports outcomes when reports outcomes when problems similar to yours have been addressed? Your assignment is to create an objectives, methods, deliverables table. Find literature that may support your methods. What methods have been used with your problem? What have the outcomes been? The objective, methods, deliverables assignment will eventually become the intervention section of your project manuscript. Information for evaluate objectives will become part of the study of the intervention section of your project manuscript. The more writing you can do this semester, the easier next semester will be. You want to have well-formed paragraphs that go in a logical sequence. And you can evaluate your paragraphs and the flow by using reverse outlining. That's all we'll do in this video. There's more to come.